This is the new Apple MacBook Air. It's the same old MacBook Air, but with one big difference. This has no camera at all. There's no notch, there's no Face ID. But why? Why would Apple do this? And is this a sign of something more sinister going on behind the scenes? Let's investigate. Okay, before we get started, I just want to say thank you for being awesome. Thank you for being here, and I really appreciate it. Let's begin. So this is the all-new 2022 MacBook Air, which, as I said, is the same old MacBook Air as last year's model, but with one big exception. This doesn't have a camera. At first glance, you might think that they simply removed the camera because it's an entry-level machine, and that the Pro models are the ones that need the camera for things like Face ID and center stage. But that's not true because the 13-inch MacBook Pro also got the same treatment. The camera was ripped out and replaced with nothing. Now, Apple could just be ripping us off, and maybe they think we won't notice. Like, come on, Apple, we know you're better than that. But there has to be a real reason why they did this. So let's explore that. First up, we have the obvious. This is the same chip that powers the iPhone 14, and it doesn't have a Face ID sensor. To include Face ID in the MacBook would require additional hardware, which would then increase the cost of the product, which I don't think Apple wants to do since this is their entry-level machine. However, if that were the case, why didn't they just remove the notch instead of leaving this gaping hole? Well, I don't know. Maybe it was just easier to do it this way. But honestly, that seems a bit lazy. So let's move on to the next potential reason. We know that Apple is working hard on augmented reality glasses, and some people speculate that these glasses will have cameras built into them. If Apple is planning to release these AR glasses in the near future, it makes sense that they would start removing cameras from other products in order to make their glasses look less intrusive. After all, who wants to wear a pair of glasses with cameras on them? If it means that every product that they own is now missing a camera. I like this theory because it makes sense and it gives me hope that we haven't seen the last of the MacBook Pro. But let's explore another possibility. What if this is part of a larger trend of companies putting less emphasis on the consumer experience and more emphasis on their own profits? I mean, it's not like this is the first time Apple has done something like this. Remember the butterfly keyboard? Yeah, those were great. Or how about the headphone jack? Yeah, we all loved that. Of course, by removing the camera, they're forcing us to buy either an external monitor or a second machine, which can quickly add up and become very expensive. And on top of that, these monitors typically don't have cameras either, which means that we're going to have to go out and spend even more money so that we can actually use our machines to their full potential. This isn't exactly a conspiracy, but it is a theory that I've been hearing floating around. And personally, I think there may be some truth to it. Not gonna lie though, I was kind of hoping that this notch would go away. Like that was my wish for 2022. But here we are, and it's still here. Now, I'm not sure what the true reason is, but I can tell you that this doesn't stop them from being an amazing machine. I mean, this thing is crazy thin. Like I could literally fit this whole thing in my jacket pocket. And it's perfect for those who are looking to get into the Apple ecosystem without spending a lot of money. Plus, the M2 chip is super powerful. Like this thing can easily replace your gaming console. But I want to hear from you. What do you think? Is this the beginning of the end for Apple? Or do you think they're just trying to cut costs so that they can focus on their higher-end products? Let me know in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that like button. As always, I want to give a big shout out to my supporters. Thank you so much for supporting me. It means more to me than you'll ever know. If you want to see your name on the screen, then you too can support me. This has been your host. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.